not all Black women are supposed to be with Black men. Yeah. And many of you are trying to make fetch happen. You guys are trying to get with Black men. And no shade, but Black love is a scam. Why is it a scam? It's a scam because for every 100 Black women, there are only 88 Black men.
Black love is a scam. Okay. Black love created him. Black love created him, me, and every other Black person listening to this video. So I don't know that I would say that it's a scam. Maybe it would be, in my opinion, it would be better to say there's an imbalance. I mean, and again, this is really true across the board. All ethnicities on some level have an imbalance between men and women, especially as they age. So this is not unique to the Black community, but to say that it's a scam, to me, it's a very strong choice of words because, like I said, Black love pretty much created him. Okay? Created me, and if you're Black, it created you. So it's clearly working in some capacity. Let us continue.
And Black men actually interracially date and marry at 3 times the rate of Black women.
You guys, 3 times the rate. 3 times the rate. Now, while that might be significant, that does not necessarily still mean it is a lot. Because let's say the rate is 1%. Okay, that's the case, and 3 times the rate is 3%. That's not overwhelming, right? Now, I'm not saying that's exactly it. But my point is that the rate being 3 times does not necessarily an indication that it is still a majority of people doing it. Black men are not overwhelmingly dating white women or non-Black women. That's just not happening. Black women are still their preference. We see this marriage rates. We see this who they choose. We see this even with an increasing Black population across the diaspora that is outpacing other cultures. So it's, while yes, Black men do marry out more than Black women. What percentage of Black women are not marrying but having kids out of wedlock with non-Black men? Have we ever considered that percentage? Also, Black men still overwhelmingly date and marry Black women. That's just not up for debate. Let's continue.
So there literally are not enough Black men to go around. So in this video, I wanted to share with you how to date white men. Okay, girl, if you're one of these Black women, then you probably need to be dating a white man, okay? Now, if you have oversized glasses, white. If you have a septum piercing, white. If you wear denim jackets with the sleeves rolled up, white. If you are a suburban girl, an emo girl, an alt girl, heavy metal girl, white.
He is leaning into the stereotypes. What do you guys think? Do you agree with what he is saying? Do you think he is just stretching and just throwing things out just to try to make a point, or just satire, or just to joke? Do you agree with anything that he's saying? While I think it's funny, I do think it's a little bit of a stretch to just judge somebody because they have like a nose piercing, or because they grew up in a particular area, or because, I don't know. I mean, I know what he's saying, that, yeah, I know what he's suggesting, that based upon the way a person presents themselves, that might be indicative of their racial preferences. This is very much a stereotype for Black men and Black women, but I don't know if it's always that simple. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section.
If your hair is braided with a little bit of new growth and tucked behind the ears, white. If you have a big curly wig, white. If you are a darker skinned woman with shorter natural hair, giving Lupita realness, white.
What? Okay. Now I don't, what is this idea that white men are the ones who love Black natural hair, when the Crown Act was literally passed only a few years ago because white people were discriminating against Black folks in the corporate world? Like what is this? What is this idea that white men in white America overwhelmingly love and prefer Black natural hair, when we have a documented history of hair discrimination between Black men and Black women? What is this idea? I am not saying there are not white men out there who appreciate Black beauty. I'm sure there are. There are Black men out there, white men out there who are married to Black women who I'm sure appreciate the differences. Yes, I know that exist. But this idea that like white people and white men are so much more appreciative of Black hair is ahistorical. Because like if that was the case, then we literally wouldn't have laws and a documented history of hair discrimination that was started by white people who created America. Like that, it just the math is not math. Okay. And also this idea that like dark skinned women are more appreciated among white men, also ahistorical. Who is the most likely to date and marry Black women? Thank you. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. Now, those are the archetypes that should be dating white guys. You see it everywhere. And so I wanted to share that with you. Now, how? How do we actually engage with white guys? Because guess what, girl? They're not going to approach you like, men of color will, right? They're going to be a little bit more reserved. I always hear, oh my God, they're staring at me. Girl, here's what you're going to need to do. Now, please understand if a white guy is chatting with you for 2 to 3 minutes, it's not a friendly neighbor conversation. He is interested in you. He's living for you. He likes you, right? So flirt back, girl, flirt. Yeah. If you see a guy and the white feet are pointing toward you, girl, he's into you. He likes you. The thing about white guys is that you're going to have to start the conversation. You're going to have to give him a compliment, smile. You're going to have to ask for help, ask for a recommendation. That's how you're going to interact and engage with these guys.
So he's telling Black women to make the first move. Okay, so I guess based upon that logic, Jodie Turner-Smith, who, proposed to her now ex-husband, totally acceptable. I'm trying to figure out, how does he have all this understanding about white men dating experience? I wonder if he's dated white men before. Has he talked to white men? I don't know where he got that. I don't, the whole archetype thing, as funny as it is, I don't know if it really can be substantiated with any kind of evidence, but it is funny. Now, this idea that if you are a Black woman who wants to date and be engaged with white men, you have to pursue them. That's essentially what he is saying. Like, you need to be the one to start the conversation. You need to want to initiate and let them know that you are interested in them. That is also interesting. Do you guys agree with that? I don't know. If you have engaged or if you have dated white men, is this your experience? Let's go.
Now, I know that you're asking what kind of white guys, girl, because no shade, but not all white guys are actually equal. So, a couple of things, right? Look at the hair. If it's a redhead, take him to bed. Yeah. If it's a long-haired white guy, long hair, don't care. If he is bald and over 35 years old, he's into you probably. If he's younger than 35, he's probably in the skinheads, girl, and you want to stay away. If he is European, he's into you. If he is like an artist, but like well-established and successful, he's into you.
Okay, I understand I understand he's trying to really make like a kind of a quick cheat sheet for Black women who want to swirl or want to date out. It really seems very dangerous, because to assume that a redhead can also be racist and can't be deeply involved in white supremacy today is incredibly dangerous. To assume that Europeans also can't be racist is to completely overlook what is going on right now in Europe today, the rise of fascism and the return of neo-Nazism. Completely dangerous. So I would hope that a person would move beyond just literal physical attributes or stylistic preferences or natural attributes that a person cannot control. I would hope that they would look beyond that to determine whether or not someone is a reasonable good guy. Incredibly dangerous to just assume that because somebody is a redhead that he's not anti-Black. Very dangerous. But maybe he's going to give some other more important clues that a person can use to help vet between a person's character. Let's see.
If he is, if he's an I, if he is Irish or Italian, girl, the eyes have it, and they probably need to have you.
What now, is he talking about? Italians can be incredibly racist. Not all of them. There are some Italians who love Black people, and there are also Italians who do not like Black people. I think it's Northern Italy in particular that has a reputation for being very racist, incredibly racist. Not just towards Africans, but just darker skinned people in general. I mean, they don't even necessarily like Sicilians, right? Who are Italians. So again, very, 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 very dangerous to just assume that, oh, okay, all Italians are Black women. Not necessarily. That's not everybody's experience. There are some Italian people who do, I'm sure. There are some who cannot stand them. Anyways, let's continue.
Wow, I hope that this is helpful for you as you're navigating these white guys, girl, and have fun.
Okay. My personal opinion, Do you guys resonate with any of that? Please let me know, first of all, if you think any of that was legitimate. My personal opinion is that to encourage Black women to date white men without giving them serious considerations on how to vet against those who might be anti-Black is irresponsible at best and dangerous at worst. And then to just assume that these people who have all these characteristics are either automatically into white guys or automatically into Black women, to me, again, just seems it's playing off of stereotypes, but I'm like, I don't really see any evidence at all to point to what was said. So I would be curious if anybody's even taken this guy's dating advice, if it's led to anything. I'm not buying it. Personally, I'm not buying it. It was funny. He definitely called upon some stereotypes that many of us are aware of, and maybe there is some truth to that, but I do think it's important to take each person individually while also understanding cultural, social, and political implications and norms that are going on today, so that you can just be aware as you're navigating these different people and also be mindful of the culture that they come from. Don't just say because she wears a jean jacket with her sleeves pulled up or because she has braids with new growth that she's automatically into white guys. I don't know that that's always the case. I don't know that it's always that simple. But anyways, those are my thoughts. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know. Leave your questions, comments, concerns in the comment section below. Thank you so much for listening if you've gone this far, and we'll talk later. Bye.